Hello. Let me ask you, when you want to start coding, what comes to your mind first? Do you just think about that text editor, or you think about the programming language, or you think about how to write the code? What actually comes to your mind when you want to start writing a project? Well, in today's edition, I'm going to introduce you to what we call pseudocode. In this lesson, we're going to look at how to use pseudocode to format your problem and how you can solve them. But before we dive into it, let's just go on a very short break. Welcome back. My name is Noah Latoye, and welcome to 5 Minutes of Design and Code, where every week we release design and coding tips that will help you to become stronger and more efficient in programming. So let's go straight forward to what we have to do today, which is talking about pseudocode. Well, pseudocode is a way of actually simplifying your instructions even before coding them. What does that mean? So imagine you want to write an application that should deliver a particular item to the customer. In the real sense, this can be very complicated if you just go into the software or your editing code and you just start coding. This can be very, very redundant and very tiring. So how can you solve this problem? Well, pseudocode is there for you. And how can you even implement pseudocode? Pseudocode, in other words, is a way to just express how your application should run. So take, for instance, we want our application to deliver an item. We can ask ourselves, what are the processes for that very item to be delivered? First, perhaps the customer will come to our platform to order for the item, right? That's step one. The customer comes to the platform to order for item. We can write it in plain English. Customer comes to the platform and order for item. Now, when the customer orders for the item, what happens? When the customer comes to the platform to order for the items, there are so many things that will take place. Now, how do we describe those things that will take place? We can write this down in pseudocode. So we can say that for the first time when the customer comes, the customer gets to see the landing page, and the landing page requests for the customer's information. Alright, so when the customer puts in the information, we validate the information and make sure that the customer is putting in the right information. All of these things are actually explanatory, and I'm going to be writing them down in plain English. You can see that each of the statements I made, there are if statements, there are conditional statements. So it means that all of these if statements are things that we're going to actually code when we get to that point. And this is how very easy for you to write pseudocode. So think about it as to you explaining how your code will run in words for words. So what you then get to do at the end is write logic and function that will address all of those steps that you've itemized. And that's how we wrap it up on pseudocode for today. If you like this video, subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on all our social media handles so that when we release a new tip, you'll be the first person to know. Until next time, I'll see you in the next one.